Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I just want to make a video to give you a GoRuck Challenge AAR after action report. And also, I just got my brand new 34L GR2 in the mail today. First, I'm going to start with the Challenge AAR. To be clear, I did not use a GR2 like you see right here in front of you. During the challenge, I used a GR1, but I've taken my brand new GR2 and set it up exactly how the GR1 was set up. And then after that, I'm going to give you guys a review of the GR2. It's pretty awesome. So let's get started into the AAR. So mine was in Charlotte. We had a NASCAR theme. We drug stuff for a tailgate through the city for 12 hours. It was awesome. Cadre was Montreal, so he's a great guy. Had a great time with him. And here's all the gear and stuff I brought with me. Start with the gloves. These are very important. Mechanics gloves. Never took them off during the entire event. The only time I think I took them off was when I got my gear out originally to get my ID and stuff. You'll see where that is when I get inside the pack. So get these gloves. They're good. We went through a ton of water. Sure, they got soaking wet, but I mean that's just gonna happen anyway. It's a GoRuck challenge. Expect water. Brought a tack hat. As you can see, I got my certified patch, so I'm certified to tell you guys all about this. I'm gonna put this hat on. Feel like a cool guy. My headlamp. I have a Rayovac. Just generic. These are good. I've used these for hunting and all kinds of other stuff. This is just the kind I brought from my house. Never had any problems. You can see it still works. I got the 3 colors. We were in a river for probably 2 or 3 hours, and at one point I had to swim, so this thing definitely got wet. And I don't think it's waterproof, but it survived. I plan to do a GoRuck Heavy, so I think I'm going to get a waterproof one of these because I'll definitely be in the water more during the Heavy. So socks, all I wore was darn tough socks. These were pretty good, no problems. I got blisters at the end, but that was around probably hour 10, and I just said I'm gonna deal with it. I didn't even perform any foot care, so I ended up with 3 blisters. 2 of them on my right ball of my foot and 1 on the heel. But had I taken care of those during the event and popped them or covered them up, I wouldn't have had any issues at all. I don't think. These socks were great. I'm wearing these for years and they don't look too worn out. My shoes, I wore some Merrell hikers. I'm not sure of exactly what the brand is here. Performance footwear. Yeah, these were good. They were supposed to be waterproof. I think it says that somewhere on here. Yeah, waterproof right there. They did alright. I mean, we were through a river and everything. The most annoying part about these things is that this sole squeaked for a large majority after we got out of the water. So that was annoying to me. But, I mean, they did great. They held up. I've been wearing these for probably a year or 2. I live a pretty active lifestyle, so it's great that, I mean, these look brand new still. After I washed them, though, they held a lot of water. It took like 4 days to dry, so they didn't really, I guess, empty out of water very fast. I think I might try something else the next time I do a challenge, and then whatever I find works best for me, I'm going to stick with for a Heavy, which is something I intend to do. These are the pants I wore. I just bought them from Gander Mountain about 2 days before the event. They are just the Gander Mountain Guide series. They were great. They have these mesh pockets. These didn't really dry out super fast, even though it was pretty hot, but they stayed light and didn't get in the way of anything. So they didn't get heavy, didn't like start falling off my legs or off my butt or anything, so they were good. Had these double knees on them, which is nice. The only problem was I got a little hole here, but we were also crawling through like a concrete tunnel for half an hour or more. So I think these pants were great. I'm gonna definitely use them for challenges and for training and stuff. Again, it's the Gander Mountain Guide series. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with the crotch. They're pretty stretchy. Really, really nice. You could do lunges, anything in them, and they just stretched and moved with you, and you had no danger of them ripping. So they were awesome. Okay, now on to what you really care about, my gear setup. Again, this is a GR2. This is not what I used in the event. I used a GR1 in the event. GR2 is just bigger. It has an extra pocket. I bought this sucker during Christmas in July. I was going to go to GoRuck and buy a GR1 because the GR1 was great for my event. I originally bought an SK 26 from GoRuck, which most people don't know what that is. It's basically a GR1, but without the molly strapping on the strap here or on the front, and that makes it useless for events, which is why I bought this GR2. GR2 was only $4 more than the GR1, so I went for the extra space and extra awesomeness. Anyway, I have this GR2 set up exactly how I had it set up for my challenge with the GR1. Of course, there's an extra pocket here, but I'll explain the differences. So on the outside, I had two reflective bands. I picked these up from Walmart, I think. They were like, I don't know, $2, $3. Just threw them on. Great. They were originally ankle bands. Just Velcro off. Never fell off. Never any issues with them. I guess they were reflective enough. I didn't get yelled at by the cadre or anything. Also on the outside, have our sternum strap. Right here. Absolutely necessary. Make sure you are buying one of these. When I was going on my ruck, my shoulders got tired. I was used to rucking, but for some reason my shoulders were pretty tired at that time, and I could just clip and unclip sometimes with one hand and just get the job done. And that would give me some additional comfort because the straps here would come in when I clipped it and move out on my shoulders a little bit when I unclipped. You can also tighten or loosen it. It does the same thing. So make sure you have a sternum strap. It keeps some of the weight on your chest too, and not so much on your back and shoulders. So make sure you look into that. Also on the outside, a belt, a stabilizing belt here. This I just bought from GoRuck to go with this ruck along with the sternum strap, and this just goes right into the molly. The friend who I borrowed his ruck from, he had a different stabilizer belt. I think he just made it out of Velcro straps. That worked great, but his Velcro was kind of wearing out, and I was afraid that that wasn't going to work during the event. So instead of making one like that, I just bought this guy. You got nice big clips in just like that, and a stabilizer belt is also, I would say, necessary for an event. If you're going to buy a ruck from GoRuck, make sure you get, and you're going to use it for an event, make sure you get a sternum strap, make sure you get a stabilizer belt, and make sure that you get this guy here. This is a web dominator, okay? As Jason from GoRuck says, it prevents you from looking like a gypsy camp, okay? This thing is not flopping around. You can just pick it up and take a drink without taking it out of here, and it's not flopping around causing problems. So that was also something that was on my friend's GR1, and I went out and bought one because it's great. I'm going to need that for events. Okay, so let's go into the ruck now, and eventually we'll get back to some other stuff. Alright, so here, slant pocket. What did I have in here? Snacks. Okay, I just have an M&M wrapper in here. What I brought with me was 2 packages of peanut M&Ms because they're delicious. I think I brought 3 Cliff Bars, a couple packages of Planer Peanut Mix, and 2 or 3 Cliff Shots. Cliff Shots are great. They're like a little gel electrolyte thing. They're just really good, and they taste good. I don't know if they really did much for me. Cliff Bars are delicious, lots of calories there. Just a good pick-me-up. And also the Planters Peanuts. I just like peanuts and trail mix. But I bought M&Ms, okay? And that was a problem. I'm so glad that when I had my snacks, I put them into a gallon bag and put them right here in the front of my ruck. Well, we were picking our rucks up and down, back and forth, going under concrete tunnels and all kinds of stuff. And at some point, my M&M's bags ripped, both of them. Both of my M&M bags ripped, and all of the M&Ms came pouring out. And as soon as water touched those M&Ms, it turned into like puke, water, like nasty M&M mix. I didn't puke into my bag, but the M&Ms, it made it look like puke. It was gross. All my other food was fine because it was in packages and it didn't rip. But if you're going to take M&Ms and stuff to an event, I think that's the one big mistake I made, was I had my food out here on the outside. I'm going to put it inside next time to prevent ripping so I don't have M&M mess. I also brought a knife. It's just whatever. Obviously I've used it a lot. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, you just take a knife with you. Probably a good idea in case you need to cut paracord or something to help your team carry some weight. We had to do that multiple times, so just do it. Okay, got my awesome patch. Okay, I'm going to skip the outside compartment of the GR2 because that's not the same thing as the GR1. Okay, now, inside the ruck, all I had in here, okay, now, first of all, this patch, or this pocket on a GR1 is not webbing. This is a GR2, okay? But the pocket is the same. So what did I have in here? I only had one bag. This, a dry bag. I was actually surprised that it stayed dry. What it was originally, it was a sole survival bag. Right now I have all my survival gear in there. But during the event, I had my photo ID, cab money. Put my photo ID and my cab money in separate plastic bags. Got batteries. Put batteries in there. I had a fire starter and some flint just in case really crappy stuff went down. And I forgot to bring duct tape, but I was going to bring that. That might have been helpful, maybe not. I didn't have any use for it, but someone else might have. So make sure you have a dry bag that you're going to put your stuff in. And mine was fine here. And there was nothing wrong with putting it right there in that top pocket. It stayed dry. I was surprised it stayed dry, but I was also prepared for it to break or not stay dry, which is why I double bagged my stuff. So make sure you do that. This worked great. I can't recommend it enough. It works great for survival gear, all that stuff. In here, very simple. A friend told me not overpack. Don't bring things that you don't need. All this is it's a Camelback. Okay, a Camelback water reservoir, the hose. And what I did to hold it in, and I think this is a great idea, is I just took a survival bracelet and I have it hooked just like that and hooked into the molly. Okay, and when water breaks came, all I would do is, I can't do this with one hand very well, unhook my hose, unhook my bracelet, and just pull out the water and go. Does that make sense? Okay, you don't need to mess around with unhooking this stuff from too many things. Just keep it simple. Hang it on a survival bracelet. This is not going to give way. This little piece of plastic that holds it on, it's not even broken. I had that thing on there for 12 hours. I let it hang for like 4 days. It never even moved. Now, a lot of people swear by those low-profile source bladders that are wider than this and open at the top, kind of like a Ziploc bag. I don't think it's absolutely necessary. This was fine. The only thing you have to be really careful of is when you close this, see this little arrow right here? This little arrow needs to be in line with this dot before you close it. So you take the lid off, you put it on with the arrow there, and then you close it. And then I always, make sure you always do this if you have one of these Camelbacks like this. Squeeze the top, make sure squeeze the water to the top, make sure no water's coming out. If water's coming out, you're going to lose water, your bag's going to be more soaked. Make sure that your lid is tight. By doing the squeeze test, you first know that if your lid is tight. Alright, so do that. I think this setup works great. I don't know other people's opinions, but this is fine. Another thing about, so this Camelback, the hose comes all the way back through the rucksack, through this Velcro, to my web dominator. Only other thing about this that I didn't like was this bite valve, okay? If you set your ruck down on top of this, your water's going to come out, okay? So you got to be careful of where this guy is sitting when you put your ruck down. Just be mindful of that. It was something I didn't expect. I think that you can also do this little closing thing, but that also puts at risk of maybe being knocked off. So just be aware of where the end of this is if you have one of these Camelbacks. My weight, I don't have my weight with me, but I just purchased a rucking plate. I'm super excited for that. I used a different kind of plate for the event. All I did was I opened the laptop compartment and shoved it in. I threw some bubble wrap in there, and I threw, my friend actually had another plastic plate. It was just a hunk of plastic, kind of like that right there. It was back there. I think that helped a little bit. It was weight. It was fine. I don't think you're ever going to have a problem with a rucking plate. It's just a hunk of weight back there. You don't have to worry about bricks. You don't have to worry about your bricks falling out. That was something I was worried about with my bricks. I was originally going to do it with bricks. I did not because I was scared of my setup being broken and having to struggle around for the next 5 miles. Just get a plate. It's definitely the easiest way to go. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to the review of this bag in general. I'm going to take off all my rucking stuff from it and give you a review of the 34L GR2 because there aren't any out there yet. This is a month-old product, so. Alright, here we go. So now I'm going to start my review of the GoRuck, the 34L GoRuck GR2. Let me just explain to you quick why I wanted to buy the bag. First of all, it was Christmas in July. A lot of stuff on GoRuck's website was on sale. So this bag was only $4 more than the GR1, which was an amazing deal because you get a lot more space and you get a lot more stuff. I can't believe it was that good of a deal. Second, I had just got done finishing my very first GoRuck challenge. It was awesome. But I came to the conclusion that my ruck, which was an SK26, doesn't have any of this strapping here, doesn't have any of that strapping on the actual straps of the ruck. I decided that it's necessary that I need this stuff, alright, to be able to do events again, which is what I want to be able to do. So I'm going to sell my SK26 probably for, I don't know, ask $150 or something like that. I've been using it for a few years. It's broken in. Nothing wrong with it. If anyone's interested in that, let me know. So, getting a ruck that has this stuff, which is so important for events, I looked into getting a GR1, and it happened to be Christmas in July, and GoRuck GR1 versus GR2. They just recently came out with this 34L GR2. Okay, it was only $4 more than the GR1, so absolutely hopping on that deal for the space and organization. So, again, one thing that was another benefit for me was the space and organization of this thing, as you'll see when we get inside of its inner workings, alright? It's just way bigger than a GR1, and it's gonna fulfill so many of my needs that I never felt that I could trust my SK26 with. So, alright, let's just get started. So, of course, you got your patch here. The patch did not come with the ruck. Okay, this has to be bought separately. If you buy a ruck and a patch at the same time, it always comes on like this. I didn't buy these together. I've had that patch for a while, but you got to be cool, so you put the patch on. That's why the Velcro is there. Okay, you got a slant pocket here, zipper. The zippers are all YKK, and they have a little bit of gutted parachute cord on them, and that keeps your zipper silent. There's no jingling around, There's no noise. I hate jingling. Now that I've used GoRuck backpacks and stuff, I can't carry any bag that jingles. I just love the silence. Here we got our slant pocket. You go all the way in to the bottom here, okay? I'm all the way down in the bottom. You can see my finger moving. That's a benefit over the GR2, okay? I've heard a lot of people complain that the GR2's pocket does not go all the way down to the bottom here, okay? So that's awesome. We're not wasting any space by having this guy. That was a benefit I didn't expect. Here we got 4 rows of mole webbing. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I think I'm pretty close. That's 1 more row than the GR1. Okay, one extra row of webbing along the entire thing. There's 4 here, 4 on the other side, 4 on the front. That's worth more than the $4 difference between the GR2 and the GR1. Let alone the extra pockets and stuff that you get. Alright, so let's open this guy up. First, we're going to open up the first outside pocket, which is something that doesn't exist in the GR1. If you have a GR1, it's like you just open up to the inside pocket of the GR2. GR2 has an entirely separate compartment here. Alright, so inside here we have colored zippers for easy sight seeing, knowing what pockets you're in and stuff. And I can't figure out how to operate the zipper. You have a pocket here. This is usually where I put my pencils and pens and stuff. It's probably what I'll use it for. This pocket is on the inside of the GR1. Okay, but it's on the outside one of the GR2. You'll see the difference when we get inside. It's a nice big pocket. I've always used it for like pens and stuff like that. So we'll see if I like it this far outside, but I'm sure I'm going to use it. Here's the thing that I think is the biggest benefit of this, and that's these 2 mesh compartments here. So we have this mesh compartment. It's pretty big. The mesh is pretty thick. I heard someone say on another review that the mesh of GoRuck backpacks is thicker than any mesh they've ever felt on a screen door, and I kind of have to agree with that. Okay, it's a funny analogy, but really, this is thick stuff. It's strong. I'd be surprised if you ever broke it, and even if you did, I would tell you to send it back to GoRuck with the Scar's lifetime warranty, because all of their backpacks are covered for the lifetime of the purchaser. Alright, so that's an amazing benefit of GoRuck in general. Alright, here we got our next pocket. Got our zipper down here. And, yep, nice, spacious. What I'm going to use these pockets for is maybe shoes if I can fit them in there. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't tried. But definitely clothes, jackets, extra papers, anything. Alright, something I didn't like about my SK26, which, again, is a parallel to GR1, just minus the mole strapping. Okay, something I didn't like about that was that I couldn't put my shoes in with my books or my papers or notebooks, and I couldn't put wet clothes or anything in there. I didn't feel safe putting clothes in there, because when I opened my SK26 like this, my clothes would fall out. I'd be afraid I'd lose them. Alright, I'm not going to have any problems like that with this bag. I can just keep the outside pocket closed and keep my clothes in there. It's going to be amazing. Okay? I'm a student, alright? So that's why I like having gym clothes and books in the same bag. Alright, up here, up top, we got another pocket. This thing zips closed like that. It's got a clamshell kinda. You got springy mesh pockets in there. You can perfectly fit a GR1 field pocket in there. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do. I have one. I'm not actually even sure what I'm going to use this pocket for, but I'm positive I'm going to find some kind of a use for it. I mean, electronics, wires could fit in here, nice. Little power adapters could fit in this one, really nice. So that might be what I do. Alright, so going even deeper into the ruck. So wonderful to have 2 compartments to put things into. Here we got an up top mesh pocket. In a GR1, this is usually exactly like this pocket here. Just in this case, alright, it's mesh. I might even still put my pencils and stuff here. Just lots of space, alright? I can use it for anything. Here we got some more mesh. This is also exactly like a GR1. The zippers in here are kind of like a greenish, I think it's greenish silver kind of color. So you see that? Again, same thick mesh in here. Here we have this little pocket, which I've never used for anything really. It's supposed to be used for papers and books and stuff like that, but I'm always afraid to put my books in here because it'll stretch the elastic. I never used that all that much ever. But I guess I could put my water bladder in there so it's not flopping around in this section. This is just a nice pocket to have in general. Here we have 4 rows of molle webbing. In the GR1, this is only 3 rows, okay? I think the this pocket might extend up a little bit further in a GR1, not sure. They have extra room for this webbing here. Anyway, I'm gonna hang carabiners, water bottle. I always put a carabiner and a Nalgene water bottle here. My books go right here in this section, and then when I get to school and stuff, I'll put my clothes, other extra stuff in here. So it'll be great to have all this extra webbing. Again, I think that I got at least $20 or $30 or $40 of at least of additional value of buying the GR2 over the GR1. Alright, I think the GR2 normally retails for like 30 or 40 bucks more than the GR1. Again, I got it for $4 more. It was Christmas in July. That's an amazing deal. I'm just amazed that they were even doing that. So, yeah, this is just awesome. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, here on the back, I left this stuff on. This was part of my AAR report. This is just rucking gear, but alright, you got your molle strapping. Useful for putting stuff on, like here, my sternum strap, and here, my web dominator, okay? Now, a cool part of GoRuck backpacks is that those straps flip backwards, just like that. And then, you have a laptop compartment, 17-inch laptop can fit in there. I love using that for my laptop and traveling around. I also put my rucking plate in there. That's what I'm going to do. I'll probably leave my rucking plate in there while I'm walking around at school, get some extra exercise. Yeah, this also has a little plastic sheath in there, and that keeps all your stuff real safe. It's awesome. Finally, I think the last thing I can really touch on is the handle of the ruck. Okay, it's been a while since I've had a new ruck, probably about 2 years, and I forgot how stiff these handles are, man. They're amazing. You can see they sew those handles on with a ridiculous number of stitches. I've never seen one come off. I've never even seen one look damaged or anything. You can like carry your ruck for a century by this handle and it will never break. And if it does, you can send it back for a lifetime warranty. So overall, let's see, GR2 for the price that I got it compared to the GR1 for a normal price, I think I would go for the GR2 all day. I'm so excited to have this thing, and I'm going to fill this stuff with clothes when I move back to my house, and it's going to hold like everything. Okay? It's an amazing deal. $4 more than a GR1, unheard of. I'm so glad about this for Christmas in July. Again, you get 2 compartments here. These 2 compartments and this guide don't exist on the GR1. Everything else pretty much does. Everything else is pretty much the same. Except for this molle webbing, where you get 4 straps on the outside and on the inside. So that's the difference. And yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a great bag. A lot of people thought that the original GR2, the 40-liter one, was too big for an everyday carry. I can understand that. I'm a short guy. I'm 5'4". A lot of people love the GR0, which is even smaller, the GR1 but smaller. But I never had a problem with my SK26 or any GR1s I ever borrowed, and I just love the size of the backpack. and the 34L GR2 is exactly that same size. So I think it's just going to be an awesome bag, and I think that the extra space, extra storage, it's going to be great for events. I have everything that I need for an event now. It's going to be an awesome bag. So I hope this sparks some interest in GoRuck with you, and I hope that this also sparks some interest in the 34L GR2, because honestly, I don't think it's going to be too big for an everyday carry. A lot of people have that concern with the GR2, but look at how flat this thing lays, even if it's empty. It's going to be the same size as the GR1 anyway when you don't have anything in the second compartment. So I just love having the extra space. Personally, I think it's the perfect size bag, and it's definitely got everything I need for events, and it's going to be awesome for everyday carry of all my school books and stuff. I can't say it enough. So if you have any comments, questions, let me know. I've been a GoRuck fan for years now, so I should be able to answer all your questions. Again, I think the 34L GR2 is an awesome bag. I'm not sure if I would buy it if it wasn't Christmas in July and I wasn't getting all this cool stuff for $4 more, but maybe I would, because I think this bag would be worth it. Anyway, let me know your opinions. See you next time.